Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into how to plan a truly successful digital detox retreat. If you've ever thought, I just need to unplug, but felt overwhelmed by options, this is for you. We're living in a world where the average person spends 6.5 hours a day on screens. Gen Z often hits 9. No shame. This is the water we swim in. It's also why digital detox retreats are having a moment. Done right, they're more than a weekend without Wi-Fi. They reset your attention, your nervous system, your presence. Done wrong, they're just an expensive tech-free vacation with vague intentions. Over 6 months, I tested 4 planning paths: DIY retreat planning, professional retreat services, retreat planning software, community-based retreats. Each has strengths and trade-offs. Here's how to choose. Let's start with cost. DIY is the budget winner. You control every dollar. Where you stay, what you eat, whether you hire a facilitator or just bring a journal. Trade-off: effort. You're the planner, logistics person, and experience designer. Professional services are the opposite. Maximum convenience at a premium. Expect roughly 30 to 50% more than a comparable DIY retreat. What you buy, beyond venue and food, is peace of mind and expert curation. Planning software sits in the middle. There's a subscription, but if you love tools and templates, it streamlines everything, especially if you plan multiple retreats. Community-based retreats often keep costs accessible. Sometimes pay what you can. Beautifully inclusive, but quality can vary with the strength of leadership. Customization. DIY wins. Want silent mornings in a treehouse, afternoon cold plunges, and a no-talking campfire? Do it. Professional services offer customization within a framework. Great menu, not a custom restaurant. Planning software gives adaptable templates with a learning curve. Community-based retreats offer the least customization because they serve a group's needs, not just yours. Ease of planning. Professional services win. Show up and drop in. Planning software eases the process after setup. DIY is time-consuming. Location, agenda, ground rules, backups. More detail than most expect. Community-based retreats require less from you, but weak leadership can make the experience drift. Impact, the part that matters. All 4 can deliver profound benefits. Research shows short-term digital detox practices improve attention, reduce stress, and deepen self-reflection. One 2025 study found 91% of participants saw mental health and well-being improvements after temporarily blocking mobile internet. Benefits comparable to cognitive behavioral therapy. Big claim, but it matches lived experience. Stop feeding 1,000 apps, and attention returns to the present. Each approach has a different flavor of impact. Community-based retreats unlock connection, unplugging together with shared accountability. DIY can be deeply personal because it's built around exactly what you need. Professional services offer a polished arc guided by facilitators who know how to move a group from jittery arrival to grounded presence. Planning software is about scale and repeatability. It won't add human magic, but it helps you run multiple high-quality experiences. When does each shine? DIY. Clear vision, time to plan, and discipline to hold your own container. Professional services. Busy lives, high stress, want a sure-thing reset with some luxury. Planning software. Tech-savvy and planning multiple retreats for a team, community, or practice. Community-based. You value connection, want shared costs, and don't mind letting go of control. Quick pros and cons, DIY. Most cost-effective and customizable. Eats time and energy. Demands planning skills. Professional services, easiest and often most refined. Higher cost, less control over small details. Planning software, efficient, scalable, great for repeat use. Monthly fee, learning curve. Community-based, affordable and heart-forward. Quality varies, you won't steer the itinerary. Here's your decision matrix in plain English. Budget-conscious, creative, energized by planning? DIY. Time-poor, stressed, craving guaranteed ease? Professional. Organizing multiple retreats and love systems? Planning software. Priority is connection and shared experience? Okay with group rhythm? Community-based. If you're still torn, try this visualization. Alone at sunrise on a quiet lake? DIY or lightly structured professional. In a guided circle? Breathwork, embodiment, led by a pro? Professional or strong community-led. Quarterly reset for your team or clients? Planning software plus a repeatable template. Meet new people, shared meals, someone else leads? Community-based. Whichever path you choose, 3 elements make or break it. Intention, boundaries, rhythm. Intention. 1 sentence you return to. Example, I'm here to reset my attention and calm my nervous system. Boundaries, how you protect that intention. Example, phone in airplane mode with a single check-in window for true emergencies. Rhythm, your daily arc, slow mornings, nourishing movement, time outdoors, quiet afternoons, and a few restorative anchors, journaling, breathwork, mindful meals, unhurried bedtime. If you're going DIY, here's a simple blueprint. 1. Choose a location with nature access and weak Wi-Fi, on purpose. 2. Set 3 daily anchors, a morning practice, midday movement, evening wind down. 3. Define your tech protocol before you leave. Where the phone lives, when it comes out, who has emergency contact info. 4. Plan frictionless food, prepped meals, or a simple menu to reduce decisions. 5. Create a re-entry plan. Give yourself a 2-hour buffer before diving back into work. If you're leaning professional services, interview providers like a therapist or trainer. Ask, what's your approach to tech boundaries? Facilitator to guest ratio? Group size? Balance of free time versus structure. How do you support re-entry? What's the arc? Arrival, reset, deepening, integration. And how do you hold each phase? If software is your route, start with 1 template and make it yours. Build a schedule scaffold with placeholders for nature, movement, reflection, and connection. Save your checklists, gear, food, tech rules, emergency contacts, so Retreat 2 is half the work of Retreat 1. If you're going community-based, look for clarity. Who's leading? What are the device boundaries? What's the daily rhythm? How do they accommodate different needs? A strong container feels both spacious and held. You know what to expect, with permission to opt out when you need quiet. One more detail that punches above its weight. The first hour on site, whether solo or with a group. Put the phone away physically. Walk the space. Breathe for 5 minutes. Write 3 feelings you want by the end. That tiny ritual flips your brain from travel mode to retreat mode. A quick word on the research. We're not guessing. Short-term disconnection improves attention and reduces stress. Temporarily blocking mobile internet can yield well-being gains for the vast majority, sometimes comparable to structured therapy. This matters, and it works. So here's your call to action. Pick your approach today. Put a date on the calendar. Write your 1-sentence intention. Decide your tech boundary. Choose your daily anchors. Even 2 days can feel like a nervous system reboot if the container is clear. Whether you build it yourself, outsource to a pro, systematize with software, or join a community, the secret isn't the brand. It's clarity of intention, simplicity of plan, and the courage to log off long enough to hear your own mind again. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own. Guard it. Rest it. Give it room to breathe. Thanks for listening, and here's to your next beautifully unplugged reset.